Growing up, for a Nigerian household, you either had three choices: a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. So I just had the luck of, being an engineer. I want to say my first 2 years before I found my passion, I was just kind of going through the motions. I was actually academically suspended at my first year. I had to take an opportunity to take a step back and really understand what I needed to do, what I wanted to do, what my desire was, and what my passion was.
I knew that I really wanted to get involved in a student organization on campus, and so I went on the engineering website and I looked at the student organizations. And there are the big ones: SWE, NSBE, SHEP, all of those. I really wanted something I knew I could have experience with. And I found the title Engineers Without Borders. And so when I got to campus, it was like my goal, it was my mission.
Obviously you hear the kind of similarities with Doctors Without Borders. So I'm thinking, okay, it kind of has the same message. And then when I realized what they do, what they're all about, I felt like, that's what I'm about. I'm a big proponent of using your passion to fuel your work ethic. That's something that I feel like I had to be a part of.
We have 2 projects right now. The first project we've had for about 2 years actually, in Nicaragua, in a super small village of about 900 people. And we're building a water distribution system.
Within 2017 or 2018, there was political strife happening in Nicaragua. As soon as the Nicaragua project starts to pick up, you have to try and find members and invigorate their passion and want to help. As soon as you find those members, boom, COVID happens. Honestly, what was going through my mind during COVID was a lot of things. You have lockdown, and then the killing of George Floyd happened. I can honestly say it's been hard. For me personally, the way that I kind of approach things is that I could talk all day long, but it's not going to make me feel better unless I do something about it. And the way that the pandemic made me feel, coupled with how the unarmed killing of a black man made me feel, I was just like, this can't be.
I will not accept them.
We kept on having these weekly meetings within EWB, and I said, okay, well, in my mind, we are trying to do whatever we can for the community in Nicaragua, but there's problems going on in our backyard. There's problems going on in our city of Houston. So what can we do to tackle it? Just so happened, I came across this center called Hope Center Houston,
which is a nonprofit homeless shelter, sort of on the north side of town. They have a second floor space that they want to convert into a dental office.
You start to see, okay, what happened during the pandemic? What happened to the homeless population? What happened to their needs?
For the Hope Center, I think that we are responsible for engineering a place for the community, specifically the homeless community, to come and find security in their basic health care.
It's a project that we have to utilize AutoCAD and other different modeling softwares.
And now we're in the process of determining the feasibility. So that has to do with HVAC systems, weight support, electricity, guidelines that the city of Houston says a dental clinic needs to have.
Health Corps for the Homeless has developed a successful dental clinic for the homeless within Inner Houston. Our project lead and our communications lead had an opportunity to kind of travel and find out what it takes to run a successful dental clinic. And we also had an opportunity to gather our findings from them, as well as create a preliminary floor plan and present it to the Hope Center board as well. It was just our luck that we came in contact with a great organization, a great center. That made me feel a little better. It was a step in the right direction in terms of what can we do as an organization to enact change within our own community.
What they have already there is truly incredible, given that they're nonprofit and given that they work off of simply what they're given. It kind of made me feel like, oh, we can do this. It kind of gave me hope.
if you want to get project experience to put on your resume, if you want to travel to these different international countries while doing engineering, this is the place to be. That's always been what, EWB was. But you also have the development portion of it.
And leadership is obviously a big thing for us because we're a team. We're doing real projects. Being able to communicate with each other and rely on each other is huge.
I think bridging that gap between the professionals and students, I guess, is very, very underrated. So we try to implement that, as well as workshops, as well as mentorship opportunities for every type of engineering student. With everything going on with the COVID stuff, it made it more evident that we need leaders. We need capable leaders. And why should we have to wait for the people that are supposed to be leading us to kind of help us out to make an impact? Why not be the change that we want to see?